take it to another level. No holding back, that's right, it's now.
Good morning, user Helix.console. My name is Lourdes Fernandez with Virtual Telesolutions, and welcome to the community. I just read your post in the Intuit community here that reads, I want to fix a transaction. I classified it as a transfer, and I need to change it to a cost of labor expense. So let's go ahead on how we're going to go ahead and fix that in QuickBooks Online. So for this one, again, it's just a little bit of a complex answer. So I felt a video would be a lot more helpful than typing the steps out, just to make sure that we do this correctly inside of QuickBooks Online. So let's go ahead and get started. So if our accounts are connected, we're going to go ahead and start by selecting our banking tab. And then we're going to select the account so that it's royal blue in color. And then we're going to go ahead and select bank register. In our bank register, we're going to go ahead and track down the accidental transfer. So let's go ahead and use this one. And then the first thing that we want to notice underneath this column here is whether the transaction is reconciled or not. Because if it's reconciled, we're just going to handle it just a little bit differently. So I will go over that process as well, just in case it's a reconciled transaction. So we're going to start by clicking on the transaction and select Edit. Once the transaction is open, underneath the transfer, we just want to see if this is a linked transaction to our banking tab. If it is, we're just going to select on the blue hyperlink that we're going to see here, and then we're going to select the unmatch icon. So once we are done unmatching, we're just going to go ahead and select More, and then delete. We're going to get rid of this transaction entirely so that we can bring in a nice, fresh, new, correct transaction. And I'm just going to refresh, just make sure that that is out of there. Perfect. And that is now gone. So we're now ready to go back into our banking. Select the account that we're working with, and that transaction is going to be waiting for us under the For Review section here. So we're just going to track down that transaction. I'm just going to pretend like it's this one. And then so rather than having the record a transfer here, we're just going to make sure that we are on the categorize side of things, and then recategorizing it as an expense. And then we're going to fill in the information and making sure that it is correct, of course. So I'm actually going to follow through here with this one. I'm just going to pick some random choices here for this one so that I can show you how to re-reconcile in the case that it was a reconciled transaction. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring this over. I'm just going to take note of the date here. 2906, 1219, and add. Okay, so now I'm going to find that transaction in my bank register once again, once I'm done bringing it back over. So we can use our filter and put in the amount, or we can put in the date, and that'll quickly bring up the transaction. So I want to say that it was December 19th. Let me go ahead and pull that up. All right, so it was this one right here. So let's pretend this is our transaction that we went ahead and recategorized correctly. So again, if it was a reconciled transaction, you'll notice that we have a C here. So we just want to click on it, click one more time, add the R, and then we're going to go ahead and save. But if this was not a reconciled transaction, we can absolutely skip this step. I just want to go over it just in case that it was, so that I don't leave that piece of information out. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. And that is how we are going to recategorize a transfer transaction to an expense. I hope this video helps, and I hope this fixes your issue inside of QuickBooks Online. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have yourself a great rest of the day. Bye for now.